Conor McGregor might have the biggest comeback ever in UFC history. A few days ago, Conor McGregor took to Twitter and tweeted two things. I will be announcing my fight date and opponent on New Year's Day 2024, the greatest comeback in sports history. And a few days later, Conor McGregor posted this video to his social media platforms.
Ladies and gentlemen, a happy new year to you all. I'd like to announce the return date for myself, the notorious Conor McGregor, for the greatest comeback of all time. Will take place in Las Vegas for International Fight Week on June the 29th. Come a little closer. And the opponent, Michael Chandler. And the weight, Mr. Chandler, 185 pounds.
Now, most people in the MMA community seem to think that Conor McGregor is just messing around and trolling Michael Chandler, saying that he's going to come back at 185 pounds. And there is a real possibility that Conor McGregor is just trolling. And in this video, we're going to explore the possibility that he's not joking, that he is genuinely serious at coming back at 185 pounds. And in my own personal opinion, I don't think Conor McGregor is joking. Now, before the video goes any further, I have to be 100% honest like I try to be all the time in my videos. I am a huge Conor McGregor fan. I know that might disappoint some of you, and I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I absolutely love the dude. He has to be my favorite fighter of all time, right up there with Alexander Volkanovski. I get most excited about Conor McGregor's fights, and whether he wins or whether he loses, I still support the dude and I still absolutely love him. Call me a casual, call me a scrub, call me whatever makes you feel better. Dude is my favorite fighter, and I apologize if that upsets you. He is the man who got me into the sport a few years ago. And ever since the night I watched him fight Chad Mendes, I have watched almost each and every single UFC event since, fight nights included. I remember sitting in my college English class and I was scrolling through Twitter waiting for the teacher to come in, and I scroll past this crazy dude tearing up this photo of this other guy. And that led me down the UFC rabbit hole, and I have been in love with the sport ever since. Long story short, I'm a delusional Conor McGregor fan. Will Conor McGregor make a return at 185 pounds? To be honest, I genuinely think so. Reason number one, Conor McGregor, even a few years ago, said that he wanted Michael Chandler at 185 pounds. And I'm not sure how many of you remember when The Ultimate Fighter, McGregor versus Chandler kind of premiered, it seemed like both of them genuinely agreed to fight at 185 pounds.
What was the Mystic Mike predictions?
Second round KO.
Keep dreaming, bro. Keep dreaming.
Hit you with the hard ones in the first.
If I told you what weight it's gonna be, 185.
You want to do 185? I'll do 185.
You'll do what you're told.
And even when Conor McGregor posted that video the other day on Instagram where he announced that he would be fighting Michael Chandler at 185 pounds, Michael Chandler himself actually responded with this tweet here. Always said I wanted you at your biggest, your baddest, and your best. 185 pounds would look good on me. Both men agreed about a year ago when Chandler versus McGregor kind of premiered, and both men seem to agree now. And I highly doubt Conor McGregor would be teasing Michael Chandler for over a year now in the exact same way if he wasn't genuinely serious about 185 pounds. So since they have been talking about 185 for so long, I genuinely do believe this fight will happen at 185 pounds. Another reason I believe this fight is going to happen at 185 pounds is because every time Conor McGregor said he was going to go up in weight in the past, he did exactly that. When he was in the featherweight division and said, hey, I want to go up and fight Nate Diaz at 170, everybody thought he was crazy and trolling then. People said it wasn't going to happen. Then he went up and fought Diaz not once, but twice. Then Conor McGregor said, I want to go down in weight and fight for the lightweight title. And people said the exact same thing. Oh, the dude's trolling, he's crazy, too much coke. But he went down in weight and beat Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight title, becoming the first ever UFC double champ. Then he said, I'm gonna go to boxing and fight Floyd Mayweather. That's who I want next. Everybody thought the dude was a lunatic. No way you're gonna go fight Floyd Mayweather in boxing. You're actually delusional. And what happened? He went and fought Floyd Mayweather in boxing, And although he didn't win, he still did what he said he was going to do. And then he said he wanted to come back and fight Khabib, and people said, no way. He made $100 million off Floyd. He's retired. He's never coming back to this sport. He's gone. People said Conor McGregor was scared. There was no chance he was coming back to fight Khabib. Then he came back and fought Khabib Nurmagomedov, but unfortunately lost. Then the dude takes a 2-year layoff and says, I want Cowboy at 170. People say there's no way, you're crazy, you're delusional, you're not going to come back and fight Cowboy at 170. And then he comes back and fights Donald Cerrone at welterweight. And then he goes and fights Dustin Poirier and loses both times. But based off what Conor McGregor has not only said, but done in the past, where he has said, I want to go up to X amount of weight and fight X fighter, he did exactly that. Based off his past talk and his past actions, whenever Conor McGregor said he was going to go up in weight to fight somebody or down in weight to fight somebody, he has done exactly that. And I don't think this situation is going to be any different, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because what he has said in the past, he has done. I learned to stop doubting Conor McGregor a very long time ago. I think Conor McGregor is genuinely serious when he says he wants to fight Michael Chandler at 185 pounds. I do think this fight is going to happen. Now, at the current moment in time, the UFC hasn't confirmed nor denied anything, but that really doesn't mean anything. The news around the UFC is kind of slow right now because there is like a month gap between the fights at the moment. I mean, the last time we seen any news come from Dana White or the UFC was just a few days after UFC 296, and I picture once Onkolov and Walker fight in that first UFC event of 2024, we'll have a little bit more news. And I assume around that time we might get some confirmation on whether this McGregor fight is actually happening. Now, why on earth Conor McGregor wants to fight at 185 pounds, even as a fan of the guy, I genuinely couldn't tell you. I can only guess that Conor feels good and healthy at that weight and wants to compete at that weight. I mean, the dude looks really solidly built at 185. He literally looks like a tank. Do I think Conor McGregor is gonna fight and compete at 185 pounds? Even after a Michael Chandler bout at 185? Most likely not, but there is a possibility. People might say he's a little short for 185 pounds. However, Yoel Romero was also in the 185 pound division, and he was only 1 inch taller than Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has also had taller opponents in the past, like Cowboy Cerrone and Nate Diaz, so I don't think height would really be an issue for Conor, nor would the weight be. Conor McGregor is already taller than Michael Chandler as well, so yeah. I mean, the dude was literally 170 pounds when he fought Nate Diaz, so I don't think 15 pounds is that much to add for Conor. Keep in mind, 15 pounds when it comes to fighting is a lot. It's the difference between weight classes. However, when you're an athlete like Conor McGregor and you're talented like Conor McGregor, I don't think it'd be too hard. Do I think the fight is happening at 185? Yes, I do, and I apologize for repeating myself. Do I think he is going to compete at that weight permanently? Most likely not, but there is a possibility. I do have a bit of an outlandish conspiracy theory here on why Conor McGregor wants to fight and compete at 185 pounds. However, keep in mind, this is more me having fun with it than anything else. I think what I'm about to say is a possibility, but a very low possibility. This crazy conspiracy I'm about to put on you would make even Bryce Mitchell sound like Albert Einstein.
Me and my mama will tell you right now this earth is flat.
So here it goes. I think Conor McGregor is genuinely going to try to come for that 185 pound title. The only reason I would see him wanting to have a fight at that weight is because he wants to compete in that division. That's the only thing that makes sense. If he wanted to compete in the lightweight division, I picture the fight with Chandler would be at lightweight, but it's at middleweight. I believe if Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler do fight at 185 and Conor McGregor is victorious over Michael Chandler, that Conor McGregor will go for that gold, will go for that title in the 185 pound division. I think he wants to work his way up to fight maybe Sean Strickland. I mean, that would be a mega fight. The trash talk between the two would probably be insane. Or if Dricus du Plessis becomes champion next month, I think Conor thinks he might be able to beat him. I think whoever is champion, Conor McGregor is going to come for in that middleweight division. When he says he's going to have the biggest comeback in UFC history, in my opinion, that means that he's going to do something really big. I don't think he's coming back just for some money fights between Chandler, Poirier, or Gaethje. I think he's going to go for more than that. I think he's going to try to be champion one more time and go out on top. But like I said, that's just kind of a crazy conspiracy theory I have. I think it's possible that that happens, but I think it's a very low possibility. However, not too long ago at a boxing event, Conor McGregor also announced his last 3 opponents that he wanted when he said this.
Coming back.
December,
And who are you fighting?
Chandler.
You are going to do it.
I have to.
You've been teasing him.
I'm going to do that with him, yeah. I'm going to grab him by the chest and grab him. That's what I'm going to do.
It's always great to see you.
Next
Cheers.
guys, all well. Chandler next, December, and then Gaethje BMF, and then we'll do Nate Trilogy.
Brilliant. Cheers. Thank you.
Now keep in mind, things could have changed since then, because that was quite some time ago. I believe this took place like 4 months ago at KSI's boxing event, so like I said, things could have definitely changed since then. And although I would love to see those fights with Gaethje, Diaz, and although I do think they would be absolute bangers, I would like to watch Conor McGregor try to do something that nobody's ever done before. Even if he fails going for that middleweight title, at least he failed doing something epic, trying to become a triple champion of the UFC. But then again, I'm not Conor McGregor and I don't know the dude's plans. Say what you will about him, but he is genuinely a master of promoting and marketing himself as a fighter. I mean, who else could sit there with a broken leg in the octagon after he just got beat up and continue to sell a fight?
One of the kicks that he checked is what broke your leg.
There was no check. There was not one of them I checked. Your wife is in me DMs. Hey, baby, hit me back up. I'll chat to you later on. We'll be at the after party, the Win nightclub, baby. You looking bitch, you little.
Nobody but Conor. Do I think the fight is going to happen at 185 pounds with Chandler? Yes, I do. Do I think Conor McGregor is going to continue to compete at middleweight? Highly unlikely, but a very small, low possibility. But what do you guys think? Is Conor McGregor just joking? Is the fight going to happen at 185? I see some people saying yes, some people saying no. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, like I said, that's all I have for you today. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help the channel grow. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for future videos, leave those down below as well. It really does help me out. Anyways, I love all of you. Peace out. Have a good one, and I'll see you all next time.